What up, guys? Mad Scientist 7890 here, MVP Shear 123R88. RSTS Express Wrestling channel here. We're gonna do, like we said, we're gonna try to. We thought about it, and realistically, just those schedules both of us work. We don't think it would be possible for us to crank out a review every day, but we're gonna try to set a goal to review at least 50 shows this summer. Try to. But what we're gonna do is try to theme each one of them to some degree, and kind of have a reasoning why we're doing this show or that show or whatever. Some of them are going to be one show, some of them are going to be two shows, some are going to be three shows, even 5 shows in one video. And it'd be themed, and that'd be the reason why we would do it. This one here, we talked about this, possibly the 3 best WWE shows in a row, which is back to back. Royal Rumble 2001, No Way Out 2001, and WrestleMania 17, arguably considered the 3 best WWE pay-per-views in a row. So what we're going to do is review all 3 of these shows in this just video here. So
this is the road to WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, pretty much the road to WrestleMania 17 and then just 17.
Then we obviously include that.
Yeah. So, all right, the first thing we're going to do here is get into Royal Rumble. Start the card here.
First match Royal Rumble is a tag team championship match. Dudley Boys defeat Edge and Christian to win the titles.
Yeah.
It was an alright match. It was a good opener. Fast paced. 11 minutes.
Yeah, it was a table match, right? Yeah.
No,
right.
It wasn't.
Oh no, it wasn't. That's right.
No, then the No Way Out match.
That's right. Yeah, this was just these guys, these teams that at this time were great and having good matches.
Back when tag titles mattered.
Yeah, like about 10 minutes long. Pretty good. I don't know, just one of those tag matches those guys always have. Next, we're going to go on to Chris Jericho and versus Chris Benoit, the ladder match. A lot of people talk about one of the best ladder matches ever. Would you say it's
one of the stiffest, brutalest ladder matches?
Would you say it's the best ladder match? Seen one-on-one? No.
Nah. It might be the best one-on-one. It had a lot of brutal spots. That chair shot Benoit's head was brutal.
That's probably why he did what he did.
I mean, that's bad to say.
Yeah. But the truth is,
probably didn't take a lot out of him.
The truth is
that maybe this match was great. Fantastic classic match. It's the first match of the year candidate in this list. There's a lot of match of the year candidates.
These 3 shows. But yeah, great match there. One of probably the best ladder matches. Obviously, if you're a wrestling fan, you've seen it. Great match there. Next, we got Ivory with Stevie Richards when they were doing the right to censor stuff versus Chyna. Ivory defeated Chyna.
She defeated her because Chyna crippled or whatever because she had something wrong with her head. They took out her neck or whatever. And this is where she did the springboard and she she hurt her neck. And yeah, this was just a women's match with a storyline.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Just
women's match with a storyline.
We need some more of that.
Short match, but at least it has storyline, is what it is. Next here we got Kurt Angle with Stratus. He defeated Triple H with Stephanie McMahon. Yeah.
This led into the next show, the Stephanie McMahon Stratus thing, and this was actually pretty cool. It was heel versus heel. So I mean, I don't know why they thought that was going to get over well, but I mean, it was interesting to see. It was a solid match. I mean, it wasn't great, but I mean, it was still
pretty good.
It was all right.
Yeah.
It was probably the second best match in the show.
Yeah, definitely say that. Close to 25 minutes, I say. Yeah, I mean, Kurt Angle, Triple H.
I love Kurt Angle this time. Just the heel.
When he was really.
But he wasn't really a heel. He was he just acted like douchey. It's kind of like Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
Douchebag that doesn't really.
He pretty much thought he was the shit, but he kind of was
just this Bryan Danielson 2001.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, like I said, Triple H, Kurt Angle, the kind of matches they have, is what it is. Next, got the Royal Rumble here, the last match. Arguably considered here by a lot of wrestling fans the best Royal Rumble of all time.
It was pretty good, but I mean, it was missing stuff. I know Kane, everyone likes that Kane eliminated 11 guys.
Yeah, didn't it have the ECW stuff? Or was that 2002?
That was 2002, I believe.
This is the one where Stone Cold won. It got down to Stone Cold and Kane. Kane did all the eliminations. Stone Cold won again.
No, I think ECW stuff was 2003.
Was it?
Yeah, because 2002 was the one where Maven eliminated Undertaker, and they were brawling all around the whole time.
I'm pretty sure 2002 was
2002 got down to Triple H, Kurt Angle, Mr. Perfect, and Stone Cold.
Yeah.
It might have been. I don't know. I haven't seen.
I'm pretty sure the ECW, all the ECW stuff was in 2002. I believe. 2003. I don't fucking remember.
It doesn't really matter.
Anyway, this right here.
The show like 8.25. It was pretty good. It had 3 pretty good matches, but it only had 5 matches. Only one of them was really great. It was the weakest of the 3 shows.
Yeah.
By far.
Still,
by far.
In today's wrestling,
really
this would have been probably one of the best WWE shows of the year. So
it probably would. This run of 3 shows is pretty stacked.
Yeah.
We got on to probably my personal favorite of the shows. It might not. Well, WrestleMania 17 is pretty good too. But these next 2 shows might be my favorite 2 WWE shows ever.
Yeah.
And we'll start with No Way Out 2001. Started with the Big Show defeating Raven. There was a lot. It was a hardcore title match. There was a lot of like interference. I think Crash Holly, Hardcore Holly. I think Steve Blackman came out there. It was like match time was 4:20, which is pretty funny. But it was just kind of like mindless. But I mean, it was fun. It was a fun way to start the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I definitely say the same thing. Kind of just mindless and Raven and Big Show, and they were all kind of in that hardcore title picture because they literally had nothing for them to do. But it was for those guys and for the stuff they were doing right at the time. Next we got Chris Jericho. He defeated Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, and X-Pac in a 4-way here, like 12 minutes long. Every time any of these guys get in the ring, these guys are all like workers. So this was a great match here. It wasn't. I don't remember being that amazing.
It was okay. This is the thing, and you might not have seen the show off. This match for me was pretty fucking fantastic. It was 12 minutes, and like I said in my review that I did on my channel, like 4-ways are great at like hiding wrestlers' weaknesses and showing off their strengths. And I feel like current day WWE should be using these a lot more than they do. These guys were all elite workers anyway, so it really wouldn't have mattered. They didn't need to hide the weaknesses. But the 12 minutes, I mean, I'd give this 4 stars. I thought it was pretty fucking fantastic. I feel like you could do that in today's time, just, Tyson Kidd, Seth Rollins, Bryan Danielson, and just Chris Hero. Just put them all in a match like this and just let them go. I know Bryan Danielson's probably not, he's probably a higher level, but I think this is something that they should bring back.
I remember this match. I remember it being good, but I don't remember it being great. I don't know if I would remember giving it 4 stars or not, but it was probably it's probably pretty close. But
it was just good Attitude Era wrestling. Just when they got all of the like good workers over from WCW and just put them in there. I mean, a lot of those guys can go, so I enjoyed that a lot.
Next we got here, Mr. MVP Shear here has quite a bit to say about this one.
I did.
Stephanie McMahon Helmsley defeated Trish Stratus in a 9-minute women's match.
This is pretty damn good for
this
2 non-workers. It had a great story. It was just kind of a brawl, but it was fun. Yeah. It was like 3 stars just for 2 guys.
It's a women's match that had a story. Like, they had a story.
And you know what? All 3 of these shows have a women's match as a story.
Yeah.
I mean,
definitely. And the sad thing to say, I mean, 2 non-worker women's wrestlers have probably.
This is before Trish Stratus was good.
Yeah, before Trish Stratus was good. Probably a better match than any diva has had in the WWE in the last 4 years.
It's quite possible. It's only 3 stars. I mean, it's not that hard to just accomplish.
Yeah.
If you put a story behind something, it's usually going to be pretty alright.
Yeah.
Then we get on to probably one of the top 2, if not the top match of the entire triple shot of cards here. Triple H beats Stone Cold Steve Austin in a 3 stages of hell match. First fall was regular fall, second fall was street fight, third fall was cage. This match just defines like the word epic for me. Like, it was a big deal. It had been built for a long, long time. This was like the end of their huge rivalry they had, and they just went out. This is back when Triple H was just good with anybody. This was before he tore his quad. This is back when he was like on top of his game. This match was just fucking fantastic.
Yeah, this is
so close to 5.
This is one of those just matches that just both guys are in the prime of their career. The crowd was right, the stage was right, the
match flow was great.
Yeah, everything about this went together very well.
The only problem for me was just the finish.
I almost think the one thing that I disliked about this, then my only minor gripe, I kind of just felt like it was a little too long. Like, it kind of just was really long. It was like 40 minutes. So.
But it was the end of a really big feud that went on between 2000 and 2001. And it was definitely probably the best match of the feud.
Yeah. Next match we got here, Steven Richards, when he was set right to center again, defeated Jerry Lawler. I mean, this really was like not even that bad.
Like, the cow was gonna get naked if Jerry Lawler won.
So there's a storyline with this.
I mean, there was a storyline with everything in the Attitude Era, and that made a lot of these matches a lot better. At least more entertaining. Like, you could follow it. But a nothing match here. It was kind of
and then next we got
the tables match.
Yes, tables match here. The Dudley Boys defeated Edge and Christian and the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and Undertaker. Yeah. Interesting match here.
Pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was kind of just put in there to separate, you know, that and just the main event. It was solid. It was average, but I mean, it was a fun way, I guess, to get Undertaker and Kane on the card.
And then finally we got The Rock. He defeated Kurt Angle here in the main event to win the title. Title's changing hand here. Going into WrestleMania 17. Just another good match. Like these,
This is a really good match. It should have gotten like 5.
Yeah. This is where wait.
This is where Rock did the rock bottom, and then
Right.
Earl Hebner didn't count. It kind of botched it. So the Rock got up, did it again, and then he looked at Earl Hebner. He was like, "You're gonna count this time." It was probably like 4 1/4. The crowd was molten for this. The crowd's probably the hottest all night for this. My only gripe is you probably could have put the belt on Triple H at Royal Rumble and had Triple H Stone Cold 3 stages of hell at WrestleMania. But I do like Rock and Stone Cold a lot at WrestleMania. So I mean, that was my only build.
He had a lot of great talent.
But another great matches. And I want to say something about this card. This card is like the epitome of what a WWE B show pay-per-view should be. Like, this card was perfect for what it was. It wasn't, you know, I mean, it was better than a lot of SummerSlams, Survivor Series, Royal Rumbles, even WrestleManias. So I mean,
this is what a B show should be.
Like a B show, like a.
This is what a WrestleMania should be.
That too. I'm just saying, but I'm saying like if WWE put on these cards all the time, they would still be getting people to put in their money to their product, whether they can find it, you know, online or not. This was a fantastic, phenomenal show. Everything came together. It had 3 really, really solid matches that were, you know, 4 stars or higher. It just was fun, and just it's kind of just what's been missing since the Attitude just
yeah. So that another great show there, and we're going to go on to the one a lot of people.
All that up to.
A lot of people consider the best WrestleMania of all time. It's really hard. It's a toss-up because I really like 19. But we're going to get into WrestleMania.
I'll say this one's better storyline-wise.
I definitely can say that.
Might be better match-wise.
Maybe. Yeah, definitely WrestleMania 17 here. Get into the card here. Obviously, just want to make a side note here, since you know how big of a fan I am. Just X Factor had a match on this show. It was actually on Heat. Yeah, just Incredible X-Pac with Albert. So just wanted to mention that.
Didn't have Simon Cowell.
No Simon Cowell. No X Factor. But the first match here, we have Chris Jericho defeated William Regal. If you have Chris Jericho versus William Regal opening your show at WrestleMania, something is right. Something is definitely right. And basically,
solid match.
Here.
Didn't get enough time. If we would have got more time, it would have been really good. But you know, Jericho holds on to his title. That's story for this too. Jericho pissed in William Regal's teeth.
What was it? What was the? What did you besmirch my? I can't remember what it was. Just that random.
Then we move on to Taz and APA defeating the Right Censor in a 6-man tag. I think Taz got a concussion in this match, so they kind of ended it just
a little early. Yeah.
Clothesline from Hell is still probably one of my favorite finishers.
Yeah, they had the right to. They still had the right to censor. They had Taz and APA kind of doing like the badass kind of thing. And again,
kind of a match to get people on the cards.
Yeah, basically, but it kind of worked, I guess. So next we got Kane defeated Raven and Big Show for hardcore title. This was cool because they were just all over the place, just hitting each other with stuff.
And some glass. They broke through a door. Raven got ran over with just a golf cart. Raven just got beat the fuck up in this match.
Yeah.
It was pretty solid though. It was a fun match.
Yeah, definitely a fun match here.
Rip Eddie Guerrero versus Rip Test.
Yeah.
Just for the European Championship. It was solid. It was like 10 minutes. I mean, it wasn't great, but I mean, you know, I
never really thought Test was that bad of a worker. I just don't think he got a fair shake. But
when he fair shake, it just stays key with his ass.
2007 when he came back, he definitely was like. He was on fire. He looked hot. He looked good.
They should have just changed his name just to Andrew Martin. He would have got over.
Maybe. But good match here, Eddie Guerrero. When you know you have Eddie Guerrero on just all these guys just on the undercard, it's just crazy. But yeah, good match here. Next, we got Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. Another one of those just matches. Great match here.
Should have went longer too, 14 minutes. But it was still phenomenal for what it was.
14 minutes. I mean, what could you ask out of these guys? You know, just a great match.
2 of just the best workers of our time.
Definitely.
Just technically, and they just went out there. This is when Kurt Angle was still a little bit green too. It was only like his second year in the company, but he could work. Definitely. Yeah. China defeating Ivory. This led in from the Royal Rumble storyline. Finally, China just came in and just squashed Ivory to win the title. Yeah. And she was gone like 2 months later. But I mean, it was a cool one. It was like a minute long. It wasn't much of anything. It was definitely the low point of the card, but I mean, these squash matches in 2
Next we got here Shane McMahon I didn't even talk about China Ivory. Really wasn't much to talk about it. But yeah,
it has a storyline.
Storyline, yeah, there we go. Storyline still.
3 storyline women matches,
Yep.
huh?
Shane McMahon defeated Vince McMahon here. I mean,
Street fight.
You know,
Mick Foley was the referee.
Son versus dad here, and
this is like the McMahon match, just McMahon matches. Like Linda came out there, Steph was out there, Trish came out and got involved. It came to be the Jeff Trish thing. The Van Terminator by Shane McMahon.
Just a bunch of good crazy spots. Had a story, had drama.
It was overkill, but it was like good overkill.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I get that.
Then we got tables, ladders, and chairs.
Yep.
Edge and Christian, Dudley's, Hardy's. Just a fantastic car wreck.
Yeah, just one of those reasons that we have matches. Like on the reason that you have ladder war mana. The reason you have matches like that now is because of the matches like these back
and
in
just the spear off of the cables.
Yeah,
it
is
Hardy still one of the most like iconic spots.
Yeah, a lot of people remember that spot.
And Rhino, Lita, and Spike Dudley came out.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
It's like a 9-man.
Yeah, everyone had like a little spot and it wasn't bad, so I guess it was all right. Next we have Iron Sheik won the gimmick battle royal here, 19-man. I guess they couldn't find one other person. I don't know, but
they said that. That's funny. They think the Iron Sheik won because nobody could throw him over the top rope because he couldn't take a bump.
Because he couldn't take a bump.
That's why Slaughter came back in there and put it like the Cobra.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, this was entertaining. Nothing special, but you guys know if you've seen it. It's just And then we have Undertaker defeated Triple H here. The match that they seem to have forgotten about.
In the match that Triple H almost won, they almost had him winning that match, and there would be no streak. Just the longest ref bump in just the history of just ref bumps. Just the ref was out for like just 20 minutes off of just Undertaker. I think he punched him and then he just elbowed him while he was on the ground, and the ref just laid there for 12 minutes.
Yeah, this was good. This was definitely.
It was a good crowd brawl.
Yeah.
It was definitely Attitude Era-esque.
As of all the Undertaker Triple H matches, it was probably the weakest, but it was still pretty good.
Maybe not. Maybe it is.
I mean, at least at WrestleMania. The other two.
It was close to 4 stars, but it didn't hit that. Yeah. And then probably one of my favorite matches from the Attitude Era, and this kind of like effectively ended the Attitude Era too. Stone Cold Steve Austin defeating The Rock. Fucking epic. I love the heel turn. The heel turn might be just one of my top 10 favorite things.
Stone Cold on his DVD, his last DVD that just came out, the bottom line, he said if he could go back and change that, he wouldn't have done that heel turn.
But that heel turn, when he did it, was great. The aftermath, not so much. And then this got turned into a no DQ match, like 5 minutes before they're like, this match is now a no disqualification match. And then they went in and had a 30-minute match, and then Vince came out there, and it was in Stone Cold's hometown. It was in Houston, Texas, I believe, in the Astrodome. Yep. So, I mean, they try to turn him heel in just his own hometown. I don't know if that really worked all that well.
It was cool. It's a good moment.
It was definitely a good moment, and it was
the after part of it, kind of. But
I don't know. I mean, I liked it when it happened. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, this is, like I said, to a lot of wrestling fans, arguably considered not just the best WrestleMania, quite possibly one of the best wrestling shows ever. And leading in the last 2 shows, each show got better and better. It's just, if you can think of another 3 shows in a row, I mean, it's possible if you think of maybe Ring of Honor,
I don't even. If you think of maybe some just Japan shows,
maybe some Japanese shows.
And this was 3 pay-per-views. This wasn't like we didn't count the Raw and SmackDown in there. So, but I mean, the epitome of just good storytelling, just great storytelling, and just great matches and just drama throughout. Just it all came together for these 3 shows. I don't think they're ever going to top that. Just those 3 shows together.
That's probably
not.
Probably true.
There's about just I think like 8 4-star matches, and a lot of them are like high end, like 4.5.
Yeah.
There was a couple 4 3/4s. I mean, these shows had wrestling fans just orgasming.
Yeah, definitely. So that's the top 3 WWE shows in a row,
back to
back. So we're 4 down shows, man.
I mean, yeah.
Out of 50, keep count. We're not going to be like Raw. I'm going to the 999th Raw, actually, guys. But they're calling it the 1000th Raw. I'm going to just take the 1000th.
We're not going to stop at 49.
Yeah, we'll finish it. So we're going to get out of here, guys. I'm the Mad Scientist. This is MVP Shear. Deuces. And wait a second, if there is a show out there we forgot to mention, you're interested in us reviewing, let us know.
We're gonna pick just one of the shows. If you just comment in there and it's just obscure enough, we might just have to review it.
Yeah, I actually think we should do
a poll.
We'll talk about some things.
Yeah.
Just let us know if there's a certain show you guys want to review. We'll check it out. So we're gonna get out of here.
Or people power.
People power. Deuces.